it is my distinct honor to welcome you to West Seneca West 2015 commencement ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and welcome Lauren, the voice of West, a member of our senior class executive board.
Good evening, Indian Nation. Please join me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. I would like to invite to the microphone the vocalist from West Seniors Vocal Jazz, who will lead us in our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the
Please remain standing and welcome Rebecca Denz, a member of our senior class executive board.
Thank you. I will now lead us in an invocation. We thank you, Lord, for bringing us here today. We thank you for our parents, whose underlying support and love has guided us through many difficult times, and for our teachers, who graciously taught us more than we realized. We thank you for our unfailing faithfulness that has protected us to this point. We ask that you guide us and protect us, give us wisdom, strength, and courage to face what life has ahead of us. And we pray that you would bless those whose love, support, and care has brought us to where we are today. We praise you and thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. I would now like to introduce two members of the Class Board of 2015, Emily Lanning and Kimberly Miller.
Thank you, Rebecca. We are joined this evening by several distinguished and special guests. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Would the following please rise? We would like to welcome our Superintendent, Dr. Mark Crawford, to our commencement ceremony. We would also like to acknowledge members of our school board. President, Mrs. Mary Bussey, Vice President, Mrs. Janice Dalbo, Trustees, Mr. Frank Cleary, Mrs. Carol Jararczyk, Mrs. Kate Newton, Dr. Lauren Nicholas, Mrs. Gwendolyn Phillips, and our principal, Mr. John Brinker. Please be seated.
We also are pleased to welcome our assistant principals and our district administrators. We are also joined by special guests, Mr. Joseph Catafio, West Seneca Teachers Association President, and Ms. Jill Weber and Ms. Robin Hurley, our senior class advisors, all parents and relatives, and of course, members of the class of 2015. Thank you all for attending the ceremony. I want to personally welcome the graduating class of 2015. Many of us thought this day would never come because it seems as only yesterday we were taking our first steps into us as a freshman. This is the beginning of the rest of our lives, and as we venture out into the real world, I want to wish you all the best of luck in the future. Congratulations and welcome to your 2015 graduation ceremony. Now I would like to introduce our Master of Ceremonies for the evening, Felicia Urbanzik.
Thank you, Kim and Emily. Good evening. I am pleased to serve as the Master of Ceremonies for tonight's commencement. Let me take this opportunity to extend my personal welcome to everybody present. I truly hope you enjoy this evening's program. We have had a great 4 years here at West Seneca West. In particular, our senior year has been one in which many of us and our school has received many high honors and recognition. It is my pleasure to call to the podium our building principal, Mr. Brinkert, and our class salutatorian, Dennis Almer.
Thank you, Felicia. Dennis has earned the opportunity to serve as our salutatorian this evening and is completing a distinguished career at West Senior. Dennis is number 2 in his class with a weighted 3-year average of 99.112%. In addition, Dennis has completed advanced placement courses in calculus, physics, English literature and composition, American history, biology, world history, and French, earning a potential 21 college credits. Dennis has also been involved in the school community through his participation in Science Honor Society. He has been named as a Student of Excellence and an AP Scholar. He will be attending Rochester Institute of Technology, RIT, pursuing a degree in mechanical engineering. At this time, we would also like to recognize John and Jody Ulmer, Dennis's proud parents. John and Jody, can you stand up, please? There you are. On this special evening, congratulations to you. Dennis, we are proud to present you with this medal and our best wishes for the future. Now, I told the 2 gentlemen, obviously you see they're a little taller than me, so this has to work. So he has to play fair on this. Fair. Good job, buddy.
Thank you, Mr. Brinker. Class of 2015. Tonight marks a turning point in our lives, the milestone that signifies our transition from youth to adulthood. Throughout our lives, we have been able to rely on friends, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, teachers, and coaches to help us find answers to the questions that life presented us with. So where do we go now? And how will we find the answers to the questions of our future? Very likely, we will pull inspiration from our environment. Whether it is something from your childhood or even a person, you always remember the impact it had on you. And inspiration can come from anyone or anywhere. It can come from a childhood friend or from being cut from a sports team. It could be someone setting a standard for you to break, or a parent that wanted you to have a better life. The people and factors that have influenced you throughout your life are forever engraved in who you will become. We can even look to the stories of our youth. Dr. Seuss was probably one of your favorite authors as a child. He wrote nonsense stories that made us excited to actually be reading them. Yet who would have known that some of the messages from the same stories we heard 100 times would teach us lessons we will hold on for the rest of our lives. The Cat in the Hat somehow taught us to have fun, but in the end, follow the rules. The Lorax taught us to care for the world around us and understand how our actions impact the environment. Green Eggs and Ham even taught us that friendships can be found in unlikely places. But one book that has the biggest impact on today of all days is Oh, the Places You'll Go. In the words of Dr. Seuss, congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guide who will decide where to go. This is your time to take what you have learned and go forth into the world and do it for yourself. Take all the inspiration you have acquired and use it to find what you can do to inspire others. Not everyone is going to be famous, but if you can do what inspires you, maybe you can spread that to the next generation. I believe Dr. Seuss had that in mind and knew that he was going to inspire generation after generation. Consider these wise words. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. If there's one thing I can say to all of you that I know for sure, is that difficult decisions are inescapable. It would be nice to coast through life when every day is easy and every situation has a clear-cut choice. But that's not reality. There's always a choice. Sometimes you'll be right, and sometimes you'll be wrong, and the world will notice. How you deal with these choices that will allow you to grow to be the person you want to be. No matter what you do in life, remember your influences. They mean so much more to you than you will ever know. We leave here tonight as a sum of all the influences on our lives. We leave as individuals ready to forge our own paths into adulthood. I hope we leave with a sense of accomplishment and a desire to inspire others to find the answers to their questions and a path to the places they will go. Congratulations, class of 2015.
Thank you, Dennis. It is now my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Dr. Mark Crawford, to address the graduating class of 2015.
Thank you, Felicia. Good evening, everyone. This is truly one of those occasions in all of our lives when we can say this is really a family celebration. It has already been mentioned this evening, we would not be here this evening if it weren't for the support of our families. First of all, we'd like to thank our mothers and fathers for producing such fine children. It has been our pleasure to have them with us these 13 years, most of them, and we could not have done the work we've done if not for your support. I also want to remark on Dennis's speech. I thought he did a wonderful job. And Dr. Seuss is quoted from time to time. Every time I hear about the things he's written, I think what a wise man he was. One of the things I wanted to mention this evening is that we have in West Seneca a remarkable sense of collegiality among our teachers, our administrators, our support staff, our school board, and at various points throughout the school year, we had a chance to come together to demonstrate that. This evening, I have invited Dr. Savoni, who is the principal of East Senior, to be present with us. So, Dr. Savoni, I'd ask you to stand, please. Also, Mr. Brinker, please stand. I just want you to know, we have, most of you know, but some of you who are guests may not know this, we have 2 high schools in West Seneca. And these 2 gentlemen are tremendous supporters of young people. They're great advocates of students. and they're terrific friends, and they're great colleagues. It is quite clear to me that both of our high schools enjoy quite distinct cultures. But these two men and the people with whom they work and serve every day do an outstanding job representing not just their individual schools, but our entire school system. And I'm just impressed with the positive energy and the great positive regard they give to young people on a daily basis. And so I, at this time, would just simply ask you to recognize them and give them a round of applause. Thank you all for that. Just so you know, several years ago, I came to a graduation with a 10-page speech. I'm not doing that tonight, but I learned. But I do want to talk a little bit about the gift of life and the gift of time. You know, as you get older, I'm speaking now largely to our young people, but I'm sure the other folks in the audience, particularly those of you who have silver hair like I do, can appreciate time is a wonderful gift. But in the first instance, there's life. And it is only through time that we do something with our lives. The ins and outs, the state of becoming. And so I think life for many of us is a matter of searching. We search for those things that interest us. We search for friends, companionship. We search for intellectual challenges, physical challenges. We search for all kinds of hobbies and other activities. And when we become much older, much older, we tend to search for our keys, our wallet, and our phones. So the big question always is, how much time do we have? And I think this is something that I think should resonate with all young people in the room. We don't know. None of us ever know how much time we have on this planet. So the idea is to get involved with your own state of becoming, cultivate your minds and your bodies, develop some interests, forge those friendships, make commitments to people, because at the end of the day, when we pass, people will say, did his life matter? Did her life matter? You want to be assured that your life mattered. You want to make a difference. It's not just the things we do. It's just not the level of productivity. It's the kind of person we were in relation to everybody else. People matter more than anything we know, do, or touch. And when you're young, you're full of exuberance. You think, I've got time to get to this tomorrow. Well, maybe you don't. We never know. So you take advantages of the conversation, you take advantage of the books, you take advantage of trips, all of those opportunities. So that when you are done, you look back on your lives and you can, with some satisfaction, say, yeah, I had a good life. My quality of life was thus and such. I was able to do these things. And at the end of the day, I did this for mankind. I did this for other people. And for that, your life will truly have mattered. Thank you very much. Now we have with us this evening a very special guest that I'd like to call forward. David Hadich, please come forward. David. David and I had an opportunity to get to know each other this evening. He is, by the way, a proud resident of West Seneca. He told me that he and his bride are moving over a couple streets to his son's. And one of the nice things, they'll be close to Eileen's Bakery on Center Road. David is here tonight because when he was a young lad, we were at war with Korea, or with North Korea. And so he entered on November 12, 1952 in the Army. He left the service on November 13th, 1954. He was a staff sergeant, and he was awarded the Combat Infantry Badge. And following his involvement with military service, he worked as a telephone employee. I think it was for New York Telephone. Because David went into the service at a young age, he was unable to complete his high school education. This evening, on behalf of our school board and the entire West Seneca Central School District, I am pleased and honored to provide David Hadich his high school diploma for West Seneca West Senior High School. Congratulations, David.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you for that fine tribute for David.
Thank you, Dr. Crawford. Now, Stephanie Wolski will introduce our commencement speaker.
It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Vincent J. Coppola. Dr. Coppola spent 40 years working in the public schools as an English teacher, guidance counselor, assistant high school principal, principal of a middle school, director of personnel, and superintendent of schools. Dr. Coppola retired as superintendent of the Corning City School District in July 1998. Dr. Coppola has taught graduate courses in administration and counselor education at Canisius College and the University at Buffalo. He was honored to be selected by the Executive Educator Journal as one of the top 100 administrators in North America. He received the Top Educator Award from the Phi Delta Kappa and was selected by the West Seneca Chamber of Commerce to receive the Educator of the Year Award. He is also the recipient of the Dean's Service Award as well as the Distinguished Alumni Award from the Graduate School of Education at the University at Buffalo. Dr. Coppola's most recent honor was his selection as one of the 5 educators in New York State and one of 24 in the United States to receive the Excellence in Educational Leadership Award, presented by the University Council for Educational Administration. Earlier this year, Dr. Coppola was a rousing orator at our opt-out rally at West Senior. He both inspired and regaled students, teachers, administrators, and members of the communities of Western New York. It is our honor to have him here on our behalf tonight. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Vincent J. Coppola.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. You read that just exactly as I wrote it. Dr. Crawford, that was a wonderful presentation to this very deserving gentleman. That touched me deeply to hear that presentation. Members of the Board of Education, Dr. Crawford, Mr. Brinker, members of the class of 2015, parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends. I would first like to express my appreciation to Robin Hurley, a member of the teaching staff, and Kim Miller, a member of the class of 2015, for extending an invitation for me to speak on this very special occasion. I asked for their advice, and they said in unison, keep it short. I'm really glad to be here. Frankly, at age 78, I'm glad to be anywhere. Three days ago, my wife and I celebrated our 56th wedding anniversary. And thank you. For a gift, she gave me a membership in a bridge club, and I jump off next Thursday. I know she loves me. She told me that so many times. Being here tonight is like coming home for me because I spent 26 and a half years of my 40-year career in education as an employee of the West Seneca Central School District. And for that reason, I'm especially honored and pleased to have been invited to tonight's graduation ceremony. I'm really the lucky one in this auditorium tonight because I'm hard of hearing, so I won't hear a word of what I'm saying. And I feel for all of you that are sitting there. Your families gathered here tonight are obviously extremely proud of you. You can't imagine the sigh of relief they are experiencing. My advice to you is that this might be a good time to hit them up with some money. I think it's interesting that a graduation ceremony is an event where the graduation speaker tells hundreds of students dressed in identical caps and gowns that individuality is the key to success. In case that one didn't go over, I have bad joke insurance, so. I've got one quick story to tell you. There were these 3 men on death row. However, the warden decided that he would grant each of them one wish. He went into the first cell, and there was John Brinker. And the warden said, "Okay, Brinker, we'll grant you one last wish." And Brinker said, "You know, Warden, I really appreciate what the lunch ladies do at the school where I'm been the principal, but I would like to go downtown and have lunch just once out at a nice restaurant with some of my friends." And the warden said, "Your wish has been granted." And the warden came to the second cell, and he saw this old guy curled up in a corner in a fetal position. And there was Vince Coppola, a retired superintendent waiting to hear the warden speak. And he said, "Coppola, I'm granting you one last wish. What will it be?" And Coppola said, "Warden, I love to give speeches. Can you arrange to have me speak at West Seneca West at the graduation?" He said, "No problem." He then went to the third cell, and believe it or not, sitting on a bunk bed was a member of the West Seneca class of 2015 reading a Batman comic book, Nick Foti. So the warden said, "Okay, Nick Foti, I'm granting you one last wish. What would it be?" And Nick replied, "I'd like to be executed before Coppola gives a speech." I haven't met Nick yet, and I don't think he wants to meet me, so. Many studies have shown no relationship between what a commencement speaker says and whether those in the audience are actually listening. However, research does say that there's a definite correlation between the length of the speech and the message received. The conclusion is that the less time spoken, the greater the impact on the audience. And this evening, my message to you will be brief, and it's going to be done in a different way. I decided to address the graduating class in the form of a letter on behalf of your parents. And while the contents of this letter may not be what each parent might say to their daughter or son, it is my hope it will capture the sentiments each of you might have on this very special occasion. It's hard to believe that 18 years have passed since you entered kindergarten, and now we're sitting in this audience fiercely proud that you are about to receive your high school diploma. While watching you grow up, it's difficult for us to judge whether your activities and behavior have kept us young or made us old. There were times when we wondered out loud whose child you were And while there were times you were grounded for some misunderstanding, we are feeling good today, reflecting back on your early years and watching you grow into a fine young adult. And as we join in this celebration of success, we hold close to our heart the many moments of pride you gave us and can only now look back with smiles and laughter over the sleepless nights and frustrating moments we had trying to raise you as a responsible person. We remember and smile when you watched you climb aboard the school bus for the first time and watched you wave to us as the bus pulled out of sight. We were excited and nervous at the same time. We couldn't wait for you to come home from your first day in kindergarten to tell us what an exciting first day you spent. And when we asked what you did on the first day, you told us you took a nap and had a snack. We remember with pride the first elementary assembly program you appeared in when you made your debut as an actor. It didn't matter to us that you didn't have a speaking part, but you made a nice-looking Christmas tree standing in the corner. And all those drawings you brought home that we promptly displayed on the refrigerator. Since we knew you would make 100 trips per day to the refrigerator, we thought that would be the best place to display your masterpiece. And who could forget those beautiful handmade gifts you brought home for Mother and Father's Day? We never were able to figure out what we were supposed to be doing with those, but it was the thought that counted. We were absolutely convinced till this day that the squeaky sounding violin coming from the elementary stage had to be played by the boy sitting next to you. After all that money we paid for private music lessons, we knew that your violin was incapable of playing anything but beautiful music. And we remember and smile, and when we think back on the creative excuses you came up with as to why you couldn't go to school that day. If we recall, you told us that you were so good all week that Mr. Brinker told you to go home and take the day off. Little did we know that you were suspended for skipping history all week. And we remember and smile when we think back on the many times you told us that your homework was done, only to realize later that you were convinced that by only putting your name at the top of the paper and the name of the teacher should be thought of as a good effort and deserve serious consideration by the teacher. These past 4 years have been extra special as we watched you come of age and mature into adulthood. We continue to be a part of your school life as we attended school events, including athletic contests, school plays, and special award assemblies. We will remember the number of times we adjusted the dinner hour and our schedule so we could bring you to a school activity. As you entered high school, we began to realize that life at home would be different. You communicated less about school activities, and you didn't want us to interfere with what you were doing. But you also wanted us to be ready if you were having a bad day and your life wasn't going quite exactly as you planned. Yes, you wanted to make your own decisions and prove that you could make them without our help. We remember how excited you were when you passed your driver's test. As your parents, we never knew when our depression began, but we suspected that it might have occurred during the time you drove out of the driveway with the family car for the first time. We have forgiven you for the number of times you've arrived home late with the car and with the gas tank empty. Yes, make no mistake about it, despite those frustrations we experienced in doing our best to raise you the only way we knew how, we're going to miss the day-to-day experiencing of your world. We know that we will not be able to be by your side each and every day, providing direction and advice, reminding you of things that need to be done. And to be honest, this new phase of your life scares us and it worries us a little. Not because we don't think you are capable of being in control of your life, but because we have always felt that was our role as parents. Yes, we will wonder, and we will pray often that you will make it to the next level of your dreams. And on this very special day, your high school commencement, we hope that you know how much we love you and hold you close to our hearts. We hope that you will forgive us for not always sharing with enthusiasm your interests and successes. We know there were times when we weren't always available to listen to your problems or even recognizing when you had a problem. Perhaps we allowed you to grow up too fast. And sometimes we wonder, what would we have done differently? But as your parents, we know there are no mistakes in life, only lessons to be learned. We wish we could make the rest of your life perfect for you, but the truth is that the road ahead is not paved with gold. You're going to experience joy, sadness, and uncertainty. We spent a good part of our life trying to do good for you. We've tried our best to prepare you for the world that waits you. No matter where you live and what path you decide to take, as your parents, we can only offer this last bit of advice. 1, learn from your mistakes. Don't dwell on them. Always try to do better the next time. 2, always work on improving yourself so that you will have no time to criticize others. 3, look at the sunny side of life. Hanging on to positive thoughts because a negative attitude will only lead to problems at work and in relationships. 4, be too noble for anger, too strong for fear. Make one friend a year and make all your friends feel that there's something special in them. Be honest in your dealings with others and develop a caring attitude for those who need a helping hand. Always try to do the right thing, evaluating your options wisely and making good choices that reflect the values that we've tried to instill in you. Stay out of harm's way. Stay out of harm's way, because the thought of losing you over a careless act or poor judgment would be absolutely unbearable for us. You can make this a better world just by being a good person. Nothing more, nothing less. Being good and being decent is worth it. And always remember, we're always here for you no matter what. Oh yes, we'll leave the porch light on for you. Love, Mom and Dad.
Thank you, Dr. Coppola. I would like to invite to the podium Angela Johnson, who will lead us in a special tribute to seniors who are entering the military.
In this, the most unstable of times, it is with great pride that we introduce several of West Seneca West's most courageous graduates that will be entering the armed forces following graduation. It brings us great confidence to know that these young men will be serving our country in the armed forces of the United States of America. Would the following students please stand? We would also like the parents of these students to stand with their child. The following students have committed to the United States Marines: Connor Alexander, son of Jeanette and Greg Steger, and Michael Alexander. Christopher Bangle, son of Christine Bangle. Scott Feddick, son of Lev and Emily Feddick. We would also like to recognize the following students who are not able to be with us tonight: Jonathan Birdsey, son of Anthony and Michelle Birdsey, and Austin Hasfurter, son of John and Jennifer Hasfurter, are serving the United States Marines. Robert O'Brien, son of Robert and Karen O'Brien. Robert graduated in January and committed to the United States Air Force. Michael Morgan, son of Michael and Michelle Morgan and Susan Morgan, committed to the United States National Guard. You are truly admirable for the decision you have made.
We wish you and your families the very best. Would the audience please join me in a show of appreciation to these students and their families? Good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you, Angela. Once again, I would like to introduce our principal, Mr. Brinker.
Thank you, Felicia Ann. Many of our students have received scholarships and awards from local businesses and community organizations. On June 9th, we were very proud to recognize 67 of our students who received overwhelming support. We certainly thank all those who support our students in school. Would all those students who were offered scholarships or financial awards please stand and be recognized at this time? Please be seated. At the Senior Awards Night, we also announced our awards total. The class of 2015 has been offered $107,350 in local scholarships. This is from our community, folks. We are very pleased to announce one of our seniors, Brooklyn Hinton, has achieved perfect attendance for all 4 years of high school. We are also pleased to announce one of our seniors, Felicia Ann Urbanzik, has had perfect attendance for all 12 years of school. Would these students please stand and be recognized? Felicia? Felicia was worried I was going to leave out the 12 years. How am I doing, all right? Okay. At this time, I would ask that those students who have been designated as the academic top 10 of the class of 2015 to please stand. These students have demonstrated excellence in academics. The range for their overall weighted grade point average is 97.926 to 100.414%. Congratulations. Please be seated. Many of our students wear cowls, stoles, and cords, which designate various honors. Students, please stand briefly as I review the meaning of each of these adornments. Please hold your applause until all students have been recognized. Those students with a blue and gold cowl are being recognized, please stand up, for graduating from high school with an overall grade point average of 90% or better. Please be seated. Those students with a purple and white stole are being honored by the National Vocational Technical Honor Society. Please be seated. Those students wearing a blue pin are being honored by the Business and Marketing Honor Society. Students wearing white and silver stoles are recognized by the Academy of Education. Please be seated. Those students with a maroon stole are being recognized by the National Academy of Finance. Lilac and white stoles signify students from the Academy of Information Technology. Those students wearing red and blue medallions are being recognized for their participation in Project Lead the Way. Those students wearing violet and gold stoles are being honored by the Academy of Visual Arts. Those students wearing black and gold stoles are being honored by the Life Science Academy. Several students are also wearing Honor Society cords. Those with a gold cord are members of our National Honor Society. Those with a red, white, and blue honor cord belong to the French National Honor Society. Those with a red and gold cord belong to the Spanish National Honor Society. Those with a green honor cord belong to the New York State Science Honor Society. Those with a red, blue, and yellow honor cord belong to the National Art Honor Society. And those with a blue and silver honor cord belong to the Business and Marketing Honor Society. Congratulations to all our honored students.
Thank you, Mr. Brinker. Next, I would like to ask Maggie Mariotti to come forward and present the class gift on behalf of the class of 2015.
Mr. Brinker, would you please join me at the podium? We, the class of 2015, are honored to leave West Senior with a monetary gift for the upcoming freshman class of 2019. Mr. Brinker, thank you for accepting this on their behalf.
Thank you, Maggie. As I said earlier, many of our classmates have received numerous high honors. At this time, Mr. Brinker will introduce our class valedictorian, Philip Zintek.
Philip, would you please join me at the podium? See what I mean about size? See? It is my pleasure to recognize Philip, our valedictorian, this evening. He is completing a distinguished term at West Senior. Philip is #1 in his class with a weighted 3-year average of 100.414%. Philip has completed advanced placement courses in calculus, physics, American history, world history, biology, and English, literature, and composition, potentially earning 18 college credits. Philip has also been involved in the school community through his participation in National Honor Society, Science Honor Society, and Life Science Academy, and founded the Crushing Cancer Club. He has been the recipient of Kiwanis Award, Student of the Month, and Character Council, and named as a Student of Excellence. Philip will be attending Canisius College, majoring in biochemistry, pre-med, with a minor in Spanish, with plans to become a doctor. At this time, we would also like to recognize Paul and Linda Zintek, the proud parents of Philip. Phil, it is my honor to present you with this award, and best of luck in the future, my friend. Thank you, Phil. Good man.
Thank you, Mr. Brinker. Congratulations, fellow classmates, class of 2015. It has been 13 years, but we made it this far, and should I say, we survived, especially because we made it out before the Common Core exams. As we conclude our time at West Seneca West Senior High School and in the West Seneca Central School District, it is logical to look back and think about the memories and moments we all shared with one another. However, now we must turn to the future and do so with courage. What is the meaning of courage? Courage can be exemplified as running into a burning building to save a life or serving in one of the branches of our nation's military. Courage can also be exemplified as being who we want to be or saying no to something we don't want to do. Courage is standing up for what we believe in and overcoming our fears to move forward even when the path is uncertain. We move forward facing the mysteries of tomorrow, knowing we will never hold again the certainties of today. Past President Franklin Delano Roosevelt once stated, "The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today." Due to a struggle with polio, Roosevelt could have been justified in quitting his office as President of the United States, but he had too much determination and pride to do so. Regardless of his illness, the Great Depression, or World War II, he had the courage to serve 4 terms in his elected office and finish what he started till his very death on April 12, 1945. President Roosevelt could undoubtedly be said to have had courage. A few years back, I received a shirt from Camp Good Days in Special Times. The back of the shirt posed a short, simplistic question: got courage? Many people would read it out loud. They would read the name and the question on the back and then mock it for the organization's name. However, I wore that shirt with pride because of its symbolic meaning. Camp Good Days in Special Times is an organization that helps those affected by cancer of all types. Here, these individuals can be who they want to be, free of the malicious and dispiriting effects of cancer. Being a part of this group showed me courage like no other. Most of the campers are children. These children endure the hardships of cancer that many of us, even at a mature age, could never even imagine. There was one camper who joined Camp Good Days because at age 3, he was diagnosed with acute lymphomic leukemia. He received a bone marrow transplant and chemotherapy at age 5. After a few months of improving health, the treatments failed and the cancer was back. He had to endure more chemotherapy and another bone marrow transplant. This child had to travel to many hospitals and reside there for weeks or sometimes months. Yet he, like most of the campers, had courage to keep fighting his cancer to hope to have one day a future. To one day see graduation, to make it to college, or even to make it to kindergarten. If you haven't guessed it, this camper's name is Thomas Zintek, my brother who has celebrated 15 years of being cancer-free. Thomas had the courage to fight his cancer at a young age, but believe it or not, he is only one of many who go through this. Think about someone who you believe to be courageous. Who is that person? What qualities does that person have? Is that person a friend? Is it your mother or father? Or is that person you? We were fortunate enough to be in a school district that fights to give each and every student the courage to be who he or she wants to be. Even as Governor Cuomo tries to cut our funding, Dr. Crawford, the school board, faculty, and staff fight to keep our schools from being just another number. They refuse to accept false accusations, and they fight to keep our students as individuals and not numbers. They have demonstrated courage to stand up for what they believe in. The West Seneca Central School District has courage to believe in tomorrow's future, but it is up to us to believe in today's future, our futures. We all have the capability to do extraordinary things if we have the courage to attempt them. As you go through life, just remember, only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. So, how far will you go? Once again, congratulations and best wishes to you all. West Seneca West, class of 2015. Good night.
Congratulations, Philip. Now, I would like to introduce to you the President of our Board of Education, Mrs. Mary Bussey.
Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, we would like to welcome and congratulate the class of 2015 West Seneca West graduates, their parents, family members, and friends. Thank you so much for all your support throughout the years. Graduates, congratulations. You've made it to graduation day. Today you have reached the end of one journey. Tomorrow you will arrive at a bright new beginning of your next journey, which will hold new adventures to experience, new mountains to climb, new oceans to cross. Dream, dare, do. Dream of finding the hope in new experiences and exciting places to explore. Dare not to delay or second guess or doubt yourself. Do not be afraid to take chances. Be brave enough to explore life. What you know of life today will be different tomorrow, so embrace the new journey of life that you will be embarking on. Take the time to enjoy successes, but remember that life stretches before you with a variety of paths to follow and many different decisions to make, so choose wisely. You are the inventors of your life. You have the ability to create anything by taking chances. You have the passion to explore new possibilities. I would like to share a quote from Ellen DeGeneres. Follow your passion. Stay true to yourself. Never follow someone else's path unless you're in the woods and you get lost. Dream, dare, do. Dream new thoughts, ideas. Find hope in something. Embrace who you are. Dare set yourself apart from others. Have courage to take a risk or undertake a new adventure. Do your best. Be yourself. Don't give up. The world is yours to explore. The future belongs to those who dare. So, class of 2015, dare to dream, dare to do, dare to believe, dare to try, and you will exceed your own expectations. Strive to be your best, and you will reap the rewards of success. So graduates, go out there and live your dreams. Again, congratulations, and thank you on behalf of the Board of Education.
Thank you, Mrs. Bussey. Dr. Crawford, I'd ask that you join me at the podium. Mrs. Bussey, as the very proud principal of West Seneca West Senior High School, I present these, the graduates of the class of 2015, to you, certifying that they have met all the obligations and requirements for graduation as set forth by the State of New York and the Board of Education of West Seneca Central School District.
With the authority invested in me and of the Board of Education of West Seneca Central School District, I hereby declare you the graduates of West Seneca West Senior High can turn the page. School with all the rights, honors, and privileges due to the holders of these diplomas are you about to receive.
Get ready to graduate. You ready? Let's go.
Felicia Ann Urbanzik. Philip M. Zintek. Dennis J. Almer. Catherine E. Chudkowski. Lauren E. Fibbage. Nicholas A. Fody. Jessa Danielle England. Kimberly Miller. Rebecca Denz. Sydney Bernadoni. Rachel E. Surwick. Joshua D. Nowak. Angela J. Johnson. Emily A. Lanning. Margaret J. Mariotti. Stephanie L. Wolski. Brooke E. Altman. Michael E. Baker. Corbin J. Ball. Brianna A. Becker. Jacob Bradford. Madison S. Broad. Brittany L. Campanella. Brianna A. Chambers. Derek D. Chester. Amanda Cieslaw. Margaret T. Copley. Leontina Cullum. Mackenzie R. Darling. Dylan D. Degenhart. Matthew J. Dembski. Megan L. Elling. Abigail C. Farr. Zachary M. Figueroa. Bridget D. Rondinelli. Valerie N. Bukowski.
Flowers. Robert M. Fraser. Brianna L. Fridman. Matthew G. Fritchie. John T. Gorman. Nathan C. Hall. Kaylee E. Heem. Caitlin M. Hope. Patrick M. Hosterman. Carly A. Iafallo. Eric M. Jablonski-Bryce. Alyssa G. Jensen. Ryan M. Kilajansky. Kennedy A. Kirby. Laura Rose Crossick. Kelly P. Lindner. Adriana M. Bliss. Mark R. Makowski. Zachary T. Makowski. Anna B. Mays. Danielle Miller. Joshua Miller. Connor D. Milligan. Charles V. Nigro. Roxalana Nanya. Casey L. O'Hare. Nicholas M. Seffler. Nathaniel M. Orlowski. Jacob Sorrentino. Mariah Crawford. Catherine E. Jordan. Melissa B. Matika. Hannah M. Saunders. Emily L. Maglich. Brianna N. Lynch. Adam P. Orsini. Nicholas Osika. Samuel J. Osmond. Allison Pavlichuk. Stephanie M. Pfeiffer. Lilia E. Poppendek. Christopher C. Rayner. Megan M. Reichel. Jennifer L. Rogers. Michaela Schweikowski. Andrew Seener. Nadia Shari. Kyle W. Salegi. Madeline R. Snajek. Olivia A. Stahowski. Craig Stanley. Jordan J. Storch. Kara Shableski. Karen Thang. Adam F. Tobias. Mary B. Weir. Jacob H. Woronsky. Sarah C. Wood. Christian J. Wujek. Tony Zhang. Dua B. Abdelhak. Haley E. Abels. Yasmin H. Afif. Connor M. Alexander. Abraham Almantasar. Sarah L. Amoya. Lexi M. Anderson. Emma C. Andrews. Michael D. Anicola. Alexis Arnett. Shyla L. Arnaud. Nicholas Avino. Jeffrey Avolio. Megan M. Backus. Christopher Engel. Mark A. Barnes. Jacob J. Bartz. Joshua R. Barzicki. Corinne Battaglia. Valerie P. Blachura. Randy A. Bleekman II. Dallas S. Bonsian. Zachary C. Bohaki. Zachary T. Brooks. Alex Browinski. Patrick Brun. Julie M. Budka. James C. Bozinski. Austin M. Bushin. Valerie E. Caballero. Nicholas A. Caffarella. Matthew B. Canzanieri. Brianna A. Carlin. Elena M. Karosha. Kelsey N. Kavanaugh. Adam T. Cabo. Alexis J. Sully. Tyler Chamberlain. Alyssa Chase Kerr. Emily A. Kaufel. Jordan S. Coleman. Kayla E. DeCare. Jennifer L. Denny. Claire M. DiPasquale. Christine L. Dibble. Louis J. D. Christopher IV. Matthew G. Dickerson.
Alyssa C. Dilmuth.
Amanda J. Doster. Kayla Doster. Ariel Dyka. Cassandra Dyka. Quinn Egan. Morgan E. Ebert. Brittany L. Ellenfield. Jabril T. Albana. Austin R. Ensminger. Jacob E. Fazzolari. David L. Fedek. Scott L. Fedek. Hannah Finger. Cullen P. Foley. Connor Gallagher Vaughn. Gabrielle J. Gower. Ryan P. Greeley. Lindsay N. Green. Alexander J. Grinder. James R. Grotke. Elizabeth Gullo. Michael P. Gurney. Matthew R. Haddock. Matthew A. Heckler. Caitlin M. Hinterberger. Brooklyn Hinton. James F. Huber. Michael G. Jaworski. Brianna S. Jindra. Anthony D. Jones. Philip R. Ugalevich Jr. Delaney E. Cater. Kaylee M. Candifer. Patrick C. Kane. Corey A. Cashton. Ariana R. Kerr. Danielle Kaznowski. Sean P. Klein. Tyler A. Cluck. Brittany Knapp. Melissa A. Corzelius. Michael W. Corzelius. Nicole M. Kosmowski. Carolyn R. Kozel. Matthew Kreppel. Alexander Kruder. Skylar LaFountain. Marcelo G. LeBron. Brendan M. Licker. Louis C. Levecki. Jonathan C. Luongo. Walter Macker. Caitlin McMillan. Brianna J. Mancuso. Megan K. Miracle. Joseph M. Marcello. Kaylee R. Marchetti. Miranda Marino. David Marino. Ryan Marino. Brandon J. Martin. Matthew M. Mazer. Alexis C. McCabe. Corey A. McCarty. Travis D. McDonald. Ileana Meidenbauer. Simon J. Mikolajczyk. Anissa Miller. Mary Miller. Mary M. Milligan. Elise K. Murray. Caitlin C. O'Mara. Samuel Orsini. Giovanni F. Orsini. Sebastian M. Orsini. Jacob Ortel. Ramon Ortiz. Gabriel Park Thomas. Melania A. Pastrick. Jordan Petrov. Mitchell E. Pedisi. Sarah L. Pilarski. Giovanna N. Pinzone. David J. Pizzuto. Rachel A. Polinsky. Franklin Ratter. Dana A. Radu. Yasmin Ramirez. Jenna N. Reed. Samantha M. Rhinelander. Justin D. Rennick. Bridget Reynolds. Thorin O. Reynolds. Hope M. Riga. Joshua J. Ruth. Michelle Ann Ryan. Alex V. Sabia. Haley R. Safe. Eric R. Shamlawful. Jacqueline A. Schlier. John Schneck. Mark G. Schultz. Benjamin M. Schutram. Mary Chandra. Rebecca K. Chimay. Kayla Sharkey. Alexandria Shaw. Alexis Shaw. George Michael Shea. Elliot Shear. Amanda M. Sherwood. Anthony Q. Silvestri. Brianna J. Smith. Joshua D. Stetler. Nicole L. Strump. Julie A. Strassel. Tyler Sudin. Danielle N. Zetkowski. Samantha M. Swartworth. Malachi S. Swearingen. Krista L. Sweeney. Amanda R. Shevchek. Gabriella M. Sefcik. Orion D. Taylor. Adam J. Tebow. Selena Torres. Justin J. Tynan. Adam E. Vasquez. Nicholas Velasquez. Elena M. Bertino. Raymond T. Wachowski. Jacob J. Walzak. Ian Ward. Kyle M. Wathen. Amelia A. Weber. Chase M. Weber. Ashley N. Weir. Kaya Whipke. Caitlin E. White. Tori K. Wortel. Christopher A. Weisner. Michael D. Wisniewski. Joshua R. Wolf. Adam Woodard. Sarah A. Wise. Jonathan R. Zarnicki. Michael R. Zielinski. Ryan Zielinski. Elissa Rojas.
At this time, would members of the class of 2015 please move your tassels from the left to the right? You did it. Congratulations. Felicia Ann.
We now present the senior bel canto singers who will remind us of our journey with our selection, Songs for a New World, and from the musical Wicked entitled For Good.
Something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most I knew you. I haven't changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you made me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you. Because I knew you, I have been changed for
Some people think I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and it's so hard to come up here after that song every year. Mr. Ursine, next year, let's do something from Pink Floyd, if we could. Yeah, right. Jeez. So first, I'd like to recognize Mrs. Murnane Robertson, Mr. Blickwadell, Mr. Ursine, and Mr. Hasselbeck for the wonderful music tonight. And this whole ceremony, I have nothing to do with. It all has come down to Mrs. Colwell, Mrs. McLeod, Mrs. DeZerba, and Mrs. Stocker. So please, big round of applause for them. I show up, I say my stuff, but all of this is them. Congratulations, good job. I'd like to recognize the advisors and the class board. And it's so difficult to come up here with all these lights, and I watch the students come in and how they're looking up, and they're like, wow, there's a lot of people in here. But Lauren Fibbich, Rebecca Denz, Emily Lanning, Kimberly Miller, Fifi Urbanzik, Dennis Ulmer, Stephanie Wolski, Angela Johnson, Margaret Mariota, and Jessa Inglet next. All these students come up here and did a phenomenal job. Congratulations to them. And I started the evening with a mistake. Lauren, the voice of West Fibbich, can you just come here for a moment? So every morning, I said the voice, I went off script and said the voice of West, and I just want to make sure everybody understands this. Every day I stand out in front of the buses and greet the kids. I want to do that. I think it's very important that they see happy people when they come in the door. I also, for the last 2 years, had the phenomenal advantage of I can stay out there because I know Lauren starts the day, every day with...
Do you want me to do it?
You do it.
Good morning, Indian Nation!
That's why she's the voice of West. Yeah, you can go sit down. Thank you. And her mom came in for the last day, her last day to do that, and it's going to be hard to replace, but that's the attitude that I wanted you to all start the day with. So thank you, Lauren Fibbich. Board, thank you for the distinct honor. I love being a principal here. You know it. I love West Seneca. This is my home. All right, I'm a South Buffalo kid, but I'm really a mile away from that border. So, and Brian Graham, you live in my house my parents wanted to buy. So, congratulations to you on that. So, but board, thank you for allowing me to be here. every day. I love coming into this place. So thank you. No more advice. Everything you heard today from Dr. Coppola, Dr. Crawford, our president, Mrs. Bussey, DJ Ulmer, and our future Dr. Zintek, that was all good advice. That was great. I have nothing to add to you, class of 2015. I challenged you on the first day of school. I said, make this the best year, and you did. We went through a phenomenal homecoming. We went through Snowember, Veterans Day. It was just a great year up till prom. It was just one of my best years of my life and one of my best years in education. So I'm going to leave you with one thought and one last history lesson. You're not going to get away with that. Be proud. Be proud of the West Seneca community and your West Seneca family, because we're family now. Be proud of West Senior, and also be proud of public education. This year, you became engaged in the discussion of public education. We heard it from Dr. Zintek. The institution of public education was developed in our country's infancy, before our Constitution was written. So public education is older than our government. Our country, our Constitution, our government is an ideal of a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Something big just happened. Something common that happens every year all over our country. But something big, so big and so common and so important to the future of our country, our Constitution, and our ideal. Your graduation here tonight is validation of public education. And public education is validation of our ideal of a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. That is why we are here tonight. Every country chooses to educate its youth. There have been countless countries, states, governments, and civilizations. But make no mistake, Thomas Jefferson knew that there can be no strong democracy without strong public schools. This is where our ideals live. You embody that ideal. You are a part of something big. We are proud of you. I am proud of you. This is where I always break up. Thank you for making my year. You made a great year for me, and you made a great year for the staff. Thank you. All right, I would ask that the audience remain in their seats while our graduates exit the auditorium. Congratulations to you, the families, the West Seneca community. You are phenomenal. For our last words this evening, I would like to introduce Jessa Inglett. Miss Inglett. Yes, you did.
On behalf of the Executive Board of the senior class, we would like to thank all speakers, presenters, and honored guests for their presence and support tonight. We would also like to thank all of our friends and relatives for sharing in our graduation ceremony. And we congratulate all of the parents and family members of the graduates. We would be nowhere without you. Finally, we salute our friends, the graduating class of 2015. It has been unforgettable. And as we go, we must remember, graduation is not the end, it is the beginning. I would like to ask all the audience to remain in their seats while the graduates exit the auditorium. Thank you and good night.